DJ Shawreal. Playing the music.
Hey everybody, I'm Darius Tha Aquarius, aka DJ Shawreal. You know, a lot of people know me for making music, producing, and DJing. This story is about a time when I got a job that was not related to music. So we'll trace back to 2015. At that particular time, I didn't have any money, I didn't have any equipment. And I wanted to keep up, obviously, the lifestyle that I profess to live. So I had to do the right thing that a man does and go get a job. Now, for a lot of years, I never had a regular job. I've always, grinded through entertainment. Anything with entertainment, count on me. Before I get into the job that I chose or that was chosen for me, always remember, people, we get into life and we go after things that we think we're supposed to do. But I'm not famous or popular doing music. I just love doing it, man. I was introduced to it at a young age, so it's just been with me. But other than that, I had a different calling on my life, in my opinion, as I journey through life and understand what life's all about. When I was born, I had a defective, disabled heart. So at 2 months, open heart surgery was required for me to continue to live as a human. And the doctors were telling my mother that this particular surgery ain't no guarantee. The baby's too small and the muscle in the heart may not heal and he may not live past 12 years old. But my mom, being a spiritual person that she was, she had faith. She said, go ahead and do the operation, and I think my son will pull through. And obviously, to this day I'm here. So, through my whole life I've been assisted. I grew up with in a woman type environment. My mom had a lot of sisters and nieces. Just a woman dominant environment. So through my whole life as a young man and a teen, I've always been assisted by women. And try to get down to my lifestyle as it is today. We are who we are, and I'm not ashamed to say. But on the flip side of that coin, I've been assisted, but I've also assisted others. And the nurturing nature of a woman taught me patience and how to not to be judgmental on someone's current situation. It may not define them, but that's what they're currently in. And learning how to think logically to solve it, and being patient with that person, because when you get to a certain area in your life, your mind sometimes can't shift out of it. So I've been blessed to have these experiences in life where I can step into people's lives and give them some assistance and turn it around so they can have a better outlook and enjoy life. Because people, we live in a borrowed time. We ain't gonna be here forever. I applied for a job working with disabled adults. And at that particular time, I didn't think I was gonna get hired. I could work with adults. I didn't really understand all the details. So anyway, I applied, and a woman named Kelly that worked for this particular company called me back. She said, "Hey, Darius." And I was like, "Hey, how you doing?" We went over the phone interview. She said, "You know what? You're a carpenter, you work with your hands, you're a musician. These are great things that we're looking for in a person. Come on down to the office and let me interview you in person." And I was like, all right. Jumped in my car, went down there, and filled out the application, and went on a one-on-one interview with her. And then they hired me. It was like, you got the job. And they told me all the details. And at that particular time, the first person that I was assigned to assist, his name was Steve. And he came into the office, you know, with someone else on their shift. And I got to meet Steve. And Steve was nonverbal, but his energy was 100%. You know, he could read good energy. You know, and he cut a smile at me. You know, he kind of. Okay. And I was like, okay, right on. So I was up for the task. The job details are, we're here to assist these disabled adults because obviously either they're nonverbal or their physical performance can't do general stuff that you and I can do. So you're just there to assist them. But they got a schedule, they got a life. A lot of them got their own place. A lot of you regular people out here don't even got your own place. You know what I'm talking about? So step your game up. But a lot of them did, you know. And Steve, man, I only smile when I just mention his name, man. Steve reminded me of Michael Keaton, one of the actors that played Batman. In my own mind, in my imagination, if Steve was normal and he was able to have all the functions in his body, and you know, he looked to me like Michael Keaton, but he had class. You know, I had a Mercedes at the time, S-Class, and I would put Steve in the back, and he was sitting. He always sat with his legs crossed like this, you know, and he would snap at times, you know, and just little stuff. And I was like, man, I'm kind of like his butler. You know what I mean? I didn't mind, but it was rewarding to me and humbling for sure, you know. And yeah, man, I got introduced to Steve's schedule and took him around and ran errands for him and took him in and out, you know, different libraries, want to get something to eat, you know, different things of that nature. He had to go to the pharmacy, you know, and then we'd be back at the crib watching TV. He liked sports. You know, he could, when he was at home, you can tell he knew it was his home, you know. And he knew when it was time to eat, he'll let you know, hey, it's time to eat in a certain way, you know. And you would sit him down at the table, prepare his food, put it in the microwave, give him his prescription, and like I said, man, just a rewarding time. You know, Steve, out of everybody I had, was probably my favorite. You know, just because he was particular, he was classy, and he had personality, if you can understand that. But their spirit is full of so much energy, and man, you know, it's kind of like your baby taking their first steps. You're so excited to see the baby take its first steps. In a sensitive way, it's kind of like that too. When you bond with somebody that you're working for, you look forward to it. You know, a lot of people get these jobs and they turn to careers and end up being in these people's lives for a long time. But my experience with Steve, man, is it's irreplaceable. I'll be downstairs. You want the music on? I'll leave the music playing. And I'll leave the light on for a little bit. Cool? All right, Steve, good night. Good night, my brother. it again. Try again. Good job, Dan.
Daniel was special to me because Daniel had this height. He was tall, you know, and he loved music. Now you automatically know, I believe that the person in charge paired me with Daniel because I love music, obviously, but he loved music, and we had different experiences. When I was introduced to his schedule, you know, we went, grabbed something to eat, we went play some pool, but when we made it back to his house, Daniel he had music equipment at his house. And I mean, it wasn't nothing too heavy, no real gear, but it was like a keyboard and a little padded drum set, you know. You know, on his shift, it gave me a chance to exercise, not get rusty in my musical skills. And we would just be making music, you know. And he said he could rap one time, you know what I'm saying? You know how to rap, Daniel? Yeah, you know.
Go, Dan, rap.
So much. And they get down to 3,000 Brits and let's go again. Sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to, is I'm gonna understand this. And I'm understanding the Algeborane. Understand David Sonic Bean, the project is cold. You got to go, peace in every other.
Yeah.
Put some music on, and he was freestyling in my car. And I was like, man, and he really can, you know. So for me, like I said, man, the two never left me, man. I'm always gonna assist somebody if God willing give me the opportunity, no matter how good or bad I'm doing in life. I could be out. My mother always told me, every day that God gives you a chance to live, you show your gratitude by doing something for someone else. It could be something small, you know. So whenever I leave my front door, I make sure if that person's put in my path and I'm able to do something, I don't ignore their request. They may ask for some money to get something to eat. It may just be opening the door for a stranger. It could be giving the person some information so they can have a better day. But I understand the rhythm of life. Give. You will receive, but you gotta give more. Give. You know, an old player told me, he said, man, if you always kept your hand or your fist closed, then you block what the universal God is trying to give you. Keep your hands open, always give. You're gonna attract more. And that always made sense to me. I was always in harmony. I believe in the law of attraction. You know, the energy or the vibration that you're in, you'll draw that same vibration to you.
Like the way
I'll be playing that kissing game. I like the way you feel like playing the kissing game. Yeah. Hey. love juice. Make sure you get some love juice in you every single day. Get that love juice in your system. The next person I want to talk about that I had the privilege to assist, his name was Javin. Javin was a young man, very up-tempo, strive for independence. You know, he didn't need much assistance, but you could tell he was a little slower than the rest of us, so he was necessary to be in the program. But Javin's independent. Javin, you talk to him, he talk back to you. Hey Javin, hey Darius, But Javin had his own place too, and his schedule was simple. He could make his own food. He didn't have to bathe him or nothing. He was 100% independent as far as that goes, but he needed a supervision present, because some of his decisions, he may leave a stove on or, things of that nature. But other than that, he had his own schedule, man. He loved video games, of course, but he did nice things for me. I don't know if he did it for everybody, but probably did. But I liked it. During the holidays, he got together and made me a Christmas card. And man, yeah, that touched me. That touched me. It still touched me now, Just a good dude, man. And we went to the park, and Javin had a job, He used to pick up recyclables and save cans of plastic and then turn it in. And little stuff like that was rewarding to him. He looked forward to going to work, And he was always on time. He was punctual. Yeah, it's time to go to work. He'll let you know. Be 10 minutes right before. He'll let you know. He understood time and everything. Good dude. Yeah, man. So like I said, man, you may be going through something, but you ain't going through nothing, man. Be cool, relax, and be humble. His name was Frank. Frank on Wednesdays, and I had to pick him up in the morning. And Frank he was disabled with, walking. And that's the first thing I noticed with Frank. He didn't talk at all, but he understood when you said something. He just couldn't respond. And Frank had a really simple schedule. We used to go to the park and try to exercise. Just getting him out in the world so he wouldn't be at the house. Now Frank is another special person that I got a chance to assist, because Frank is the reason why this company fired me. Yeah, I got fired, y'all. And I didn't believe I deserved to get fired, but they did. So Frank was, like I said, he used to walk with this pain, man.
Watch your step. Watch your step. In the instructions for me on my shift, I had to take him to the park and have him work out and exercise. Now I understand the logic in these things. You know, Frank was older, but you know, Frank looked like he was in pain, man, when he just walked. You know what I'm saying? And at that particular time, I just wasn't in harmony with making him go to the park. So we used to go to Denny's, and Frank's Filipino, and there was this Filipino waitress, and you know, he had a strict diet. He could eat gluten, and we used to go there, man, and just hang out in the booth. And he got some crayons and color. The waitress used to come over and talk to us. Hey Frank, how you doing? And you know, he would get shy. Instead of taking him to the park and working out, I used to take him to Denny's. And then they was like, yeah, man, you can't change the course. We told you to take him to the park. What you doing? Take him somewhere else. But now I look back on it, yeah, they was right. But I didn't deserve to get fired. You know? I explained my side of the story, and then they had me leave the room, and then they came in with the lawyers and everything, explained their side of the story. And then at the end, the judge came back and brought us both in, and you know, when they came in, I was like, hey, how you doing? Hey man, from me to you, I didn't want to lose my job. I didn't want to be fired. You know, they kind of looked, yeah. But proceeded with the proceedings, you know. And then at the end of the conversation, the judge was like, we're gonna grant you unemployment because you shouldn't have been fired, and it was a mistake. You were in the wrong for not keeping the schedule, but you didn't deserve to be fired. So they granted me the unemployment. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Yeah, my word of advice when I get out of here on this video is, people, when you wake up in the morning, wake up with purpose. Have a destination. Know what you want to do and accomplish in life for even that day. Because we living on borrowed time. You never know if you're going to get tomorrow. Make the most of it. One love. God bless. Peace.